Hello, my friend. My name is Tessa Fyffe, and I help professionals who've lost passion for their careers create freedom so that you can design the life you choose. On this video, I am talking about how to handle and how to um, embrace, if you like, loneliness. Okay, this is all about the millions and millions of people around the world who live alone. So I've entitled the video 5 Ways to Live Alone, but it's about how to handle loneliness. Now, um, it's interesting, isn't it? Because there are cultural attachments to living alone, there are um, generational meanings that are attached. And personally, I think that sort of clouds the enjoyment or the experience of living alone. So let's jump straight in. Number one, um, I want to talk about going deeper. Going deeper. So you might say, well, Tessa, what do you mean by that? Well, let's look at it. What is your belief system about living alone? What does it mean? So I said that some cultures have attached a negative meaning to living alone. You know, does it mean that somehow it's something sad, or it's bad, or it's something to be pitied, or it's something that people judge you on, or something that people feel sorry for you about. Um, what is your belief system attached to living alone? Um, a lot of people think it's a reason to be sad because you're isolated. Personally, I think that's a load of nonsense, right? So it really is about where your head is at and where your beliefs are. So why do I say go deeper? Well, don't be afraid to really go deeper into your relationship with yourself. Yeah. So, I have been single, I have been married, and I have been widowed, and I have been single again. My most enduring relationship is with myself. Your most enduring relationship in your whole life is going to be with you, with yourself. So why be afraid to go deeper into that? And when you live alone, you have that opportunity to go deeper into your life, into that precious relationship with yourself. Yeah, are you with me? Getting a chance to really understand what you're about. Yeah, what you're about, what you enjoy, what is important to you, what you don't want to have in your life. You get an opportunity to really go deeper into that. Okay, number two kind of follows on from that. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. So, fear can sort of stop and block our enjoyment and experience of life. Yeah. So, you've probably heard some people say that fear is an acronym for the 4 words false evidence appearing real. Yeah. And what you perceive to be um, what you perceive to be fearful about living alone often, isn't true, but it's just stopping you from actually seeing um, you living alone in a different way. I mean, what if you didn't have that fear anymore, and you weren't afraid to live alone, and you then started to see it more of an adventure, of your experience of living alone as an adventure of your life. How would every day be different for you if you looked at it in that way? You might be surprised. I mean, um, what if you were to make a list of all of the positives in your life about living alone, all the things that you can enjoy, um, all the ways that you can spend your time, all the things that you don't have to do, all the things that um, you don't have to apologize for. Yeah, all of the freedoms you have, even if it's just that freedom to breathe in your own space, that freedom to think in your own space, um, freedom to laugh, the freedom to just be. What if you were to get rid of that fear so you could start to look at the whole experience of living alone in a different way and making a list of those positives? Okay, that's my number two. Number three, um, I think personally that often if you could just separate the whole idea and all the stuff around living alone, if you could separate that from the stuff around being alone and your relationship status, often they are joined together, aren't they? And so, but really they're two separate issues. And for want of a better word, all of the crap, all of the crap, um, and the negativity and the thoughts and the wishes and the desires and the perceived failures, all of that crap around being single as your relationship status often clouds the separate issue of living alone. And, once that sort of takes over and clouds it, there's no clarity anymore. And so then everything is stained with this whole stigma of your relationship status as being single, whereas they're two separate things. Um, and if you can just get to that point where you separate the two, I think it will bring some clarity and also bring perhaps some a much needed breather and a chance to exhale. I love the way that Eckhart Tolle, the amazing author of The Power of Now and many other books afterwards, he talks about how it's very natural as a human being. He calls it at the level of form, and I think of that as my physical nature, my physical form. So it's very natural as a human being at your level of form to want to be with, you know, your other, an other, a companion, your completion. Yeah. So that feeling of longing maybe that comes up from time to time as a single person, um, he says that it's actually quite natural, and it can come up from time to time, that feeling, that longing, um, but if we're not clinging to it, there is a way that you can live your life in a very healthy mind space, a very healthy mental space, where you're not clinging to that need, I must be part of, you know, I'm one half of two, and my other half is out there, waiting to be found. And until that moment, my life is frozen still, and I can't progress, and I can't blossom, and I can't bloom until. But he was saying that if you can sort of just step back and detach yourself a little bit and create some space around that feeling of longing and wanting to be with someone, separate that out, and then within that space you can, you know live in a very happy way. You can start to really enjoy where your life is at now in terms of living alone. So, um, so separating the issues around living alone from the issues of being alone, as in your relationship status as a single person, separate those out, because then otherwise, your thoughts around living alone is just jaded, and it just doesn't stand a chance. You're giving yourself a chance, you're sabotaging everything. So separate those two. And as Eckhart Tolle says, you want to create that space around, it's fine to have those feelings, of longing, um, to be part of, too. Um, but they come and go, and they will always come and go, but they don't dictate, how you are enjoying living your life, living alone. Okay, are you with me? Hopefully that resonates with someone. All right, number 4. I think this is very important, and it's something that I've enjoyed, in all the times that I have lived alone in my life, and now, and that is creating a really um, cozy, nourishing, uh, um, just a really lovely space, a lovely living space for yourself. So, what do I mean by that? Well, I'm talking about, visually, what the things that you can see. So, the colours, um, photographs, or images, words, affirmations, um, those types of things around you that um, that are your style and that you love being around, and not just the things that you can see, but also, the things that you smell. So I love incense. I absolutely love incense, and I burn it every day. I also love essential oils. So what are those smells that you love, which again, it's all about creating this really lovely space in which your environment in which you are living, um, and giving some thought as well to your sleeping space, as opposed to your, eating, watching telly, chilling out living space. Um, because perhaps the colors and the images that you might have on the wall, and also the essential oils that you might use, would differ depending on whether you're in your sleeping space to whether you're in your working space. So, for example, as I said, I love essential oils and I love incense. The incense I would burn in all the different rooms, but in the bedroom I wouldn't have peppermint oil, because even after I finished enjoying the peppermint oil, it's going to linger, and peppermint oil makes you very alert. It sort of freshens you up and wakes you up. And I don't want that lingering in the bedroom where I sleep at a later time in the day. Similarly, in my sort of workspace area, um, I'm not going to have lavender oil there, because that's going to make me perhaps a little bit too relaxed and sleepy when I want to be alert. So thinking about things like that, and in terms of colours, you might want to find out a little bit about the art of and practice of feng shui. And there are certain colours that are perhaps not best for your sleeping space where you relax, and are better for your living space. So give a little bit of thought to that. So number 5, and my last way here of, how to handle loneliness when you're living alone, is about knowing, and if you don't know, learning and doing those things that really bring you joy. Yeah, things that really make you smile. And we're talking little things here. So it could be anything from, um, if you know head to toe how you feel after having a lovely hot bubble bath. yeah, then make that a regular activity for you. If you love comedies, movies that are comedies, and so you can have a really big belly laugh and just, it just lightens you up, it fills you with joy, then have your time and schedule that time for that. Also, if you are a creative sort, but you don't have an outlet for it, that can be quite frustrating. And one of the lovely things about living alone is that you can indulge in those things without, feeling as though you need to uh, cut back time or think about other people around you. So, for example, I love writing, not just sort of journaling, but I love blogging. Um, I do like making videos, and yes, I know it's part of my business, but again, it falls under the heading of things that I really enjoy doing, because it's aligned with what I want. It's aligned with my mission and my purpose and wanting to impact other people and help other people. But I also enjoy it. Yeah. So it's kind of like a double tick. So, what are those things that bring you joy? Maybe it's more of a, people talk about hobbies. I mean, it's never really been a word I use so much. I'd rather just say things that you enjoy and that you like, that bring you joy. But if you want to refer to hobbies, then what are those things? Are you doing them? Are you doing enough of them? Yeah. So it might be that you want to think of new things to do. Yeah. So there we are. So those are um, 5 ways from me, from my heart to you, to think about, um, in the context of living alone, specifically in the context of how to handle loneliness. And I think, just in closing, really, it's also a mindset thing. It's a mind shift. If you believe that living alone is an enjoyable part of your life, and um, benefits you, and holds so much for you, holds so much possibility for you, if you truly start to believe it, it's going to affect your entire experience of your life. And you can change that, you can control it. So if your belief is that it's so bad, and you know isn't this awful, and poor me, and if your belief is along those lines, then it sort of lowers your ceiling, and you're never going to be able to think differently. You're never going to be able to experience differently. It all starts in what you believe and how you live it. There we go. Just some thoughts from the heart. If any of that resonates with you, I would love to hear from you. Comment down below and let me know what was your number one takeaway. Comment down below, let me know what was your number one takeaway. And also, if you are interested to find out more information about what I do, the business I do, and how you can, set up an online business from home, earning yourself a side income, partnering with me, working together, then click on the free download. You can get a free info pack at tessafyffe.com/info pack, tessafyffe.com/info pack, and I will put the link below the video. Okay, my name is Tessa Fyffe. I'm sending you my light and my love, and I will see you on the next video. Take care. Bye.